So anyway, so this is the elevator that you would take from, and basically you come out into the customs area that's in ArcCorp, which is on Stanton 4. So ArcCorp's one of the PlanetSide locations, one of our early ones. We've actually got quite a few built that we haven't shown people yet, but it's one of the first ones that we'll have in our first system, where you'll be able to go from different planets and fly between space and go up. And generally, if you were flying, out here is where your landing pad is. You would come in from the landing pad through here, and these are the other little folks we got on here. So I don't know who's. I'll get close. And there's all sorts of like little emotes you can do, so I'll turn that off. But so, yeah, we have the usual silly stuff like that was me doing my little dancing stuff. All right, so. So I come in here, this would be the customs if you were coming in and flying, where you would get approved to come in, make sure you don't have any weapons, they would scan you, and then you get close to it, and then you'd come out into sort of ArcCorp area 18, which is, so this is an example of like one of the PlanetSide experience places. So generally on the PlanetSide there'd be all the different places you could do, so like I'm going to run over here quickly, like the medical units where you would sort of, and there'd be NPCs running around here, but like if you got killed in space, you would wake up in one of the sort of recovery rooms in there, and then here you can come to change your face or get a cybernetic arm or whatever. What else? And generally what we're going to have is so I think we're planning to have maybe 30 to 40 other players that can wander around the area at the same time, so you can meet your friends and chat with them and sort of do the first stage of the social stuff. And it is the foundation of like on the PlanetSide when you're going to be able to like buy and sell stuff. So if I just go in here, like for instance Cubby Blast is where you would come in if you were going to buy different weapons. And this is I'm sort of using the AR mode of the mobiGlas, but I could pull out my mobiGlas and decide what I'm going to buy, come over, sort of see what the cost of things are, get them, you talk to the guy. So you could equip here. And the same for clothes, personal weapons, ships. So over here I think Casbah is that's like a place where you would get clothes and stuff. G-Lock's like the bar. So in here, this would again, the NPCs aren't here at the moment, but you get served, you could find missions, you could talk to, here's a bunch of the other folks, yeah. They're little dancing and stuff. So in the one that we're releasing a little later on, there'll be NPCs running around it. And then later on, when the persistent database is working for the players, we'll be able to also buy and sell stuff. So like Astro Armada is sort of like the ship dealer that's on the local planet here, so I can go into this one and kind of tired. So again, sort of like Astro Armada is sort of like a high-end ship dealer that you can do stuff. Right now, most of the characters we have in it are just the characters from the FPS, so they're all sort of in the marine armor and stuff. But towards the end, we'll let you, you'll basically be able to buy and customize different colors. And actually, I can do something kind of fun. just to sort of show you that so, I mean, we've got the full the FPS is actually running fully inside the social module. So here's my guy. Switch out the weapons. Probably not be very nice to people. Maybe you're not dead. Also do fun things like that's like a little hologram device. You can actually do if you blow up the little it's actually a hologram, so it's to distract people. I reckon I got one more hologram. I gotta. Ragdoll physics still, that's one of the things that we're still working on. But we head up, we'll go look at the other places. But so we're not really going to let you wander around and shoot people when you're inside the social module. But I'm going to go up here. What's happening? So and there's just general, so like just to give you sort of an idea of like the little landing areas. So like for instance the dump post depot here would be where you would go in to get your ship repaired, like get some items to your ship and stuff like that. So like normally over here would be the interface where you would do the repairs, and so you can come here, you can typically see the parts you would order here, and then you can order on the interface there, and then it would go get them. So this is sort of like the first iteration that we would let players sort of play around, talk, interact in. But obviously as the persistent universe comes online, a lot of the functionality like buying and selling, equipping your ship, deciding what you're going to wear, deciding what you're going to use, that would all be driven from here and other locations that would be sort of planet side. So like I said, we actually have quite a few of these that have already built. This is we've shown some of ArcCorp before, so we're going to let people wander around in it. And then as the persistent universe itself sort of expands, then we're going to do more of that. And it's sort of filled with, and there'll even be like little areas, there'll be dark alleys you could go down to do a dodgy deal in the final persistent universe, or perhaps you'd have to fight off some muggers that would come after you and stuff like that. Then you would get it. You could go down to your hangar, or you could go to your spaceship to take off to go to space and stuff. So that's sort of like the foundational stuff for the social module. So we're going to sort of, what you're seeing here, we're going to let sort of backers go up and experience at the end of this month. So talk to their friends, and it'll help us stress test some of the back-end servers allocating between. So like multiplayer hangars, so you can allow people to invite people back to your hangar or come up here. So it'll be the first sort of aspects of getting the network and the social stuff happening for players, and then we'll go from there. Then the next thing we have is so we'll just go back to the hangar. So you get the mission, you got to go out, you got to put your helmet on. So let's go out, and so the rest of the guys are all here waiting for us. So is that, yeah, and if we go take a look, if you look at the face, so this will kind of give you a bit more quality of the thing, where you can sort of see that we're going to push that. So ultimately, other players will be able to do the webcam stuff, and you can talk and see it doing all the rest of stuff. And right, folks, do you do any of your alt like emoji stuff? Yeah, they can all like dance or do whatever they want to do. Salute, come here, whatever. So we just got a bunch of like fun little emotes that people can do for their characters, so they're all doing it. So, all right, let's head to the airlock and go out to the ships. I didn't see the kick one. That was kind of cool. See, everyone's over there, so we're all entering. Okay, let's open the airlock. And out. I guess put your headlight on, right? Yeah. Now onto the landing pad, where we've got a Gladius and a Hornet, and over on the other side there is a Cutlass, where we're going to load a few people up in the Cutlass, but in the meantime I guess who's getting into Liam's going to get into the Gladius, and I think Paul, so that's Liam, there's Paul, I think you've talked to Paul before, it's a fellow German, so our lead engineer in LA. So Liam's getting into the Gladius over there, ready to go and fly with us. And over here, Paul's getting into, he's going to get into the Hornet. Get ready to fly, and then let's get loaded up into the Cutlass. Just open the back door of it. The texture streaming's off on this one. I don't know why. That shouldn't stream it properly. Yeah, well, that has to get fixed on the. So here we are, and the rest of the folks are going to come into the Cutlass, and the Cutlass is a multi-cruise ship. So this whole area is its own sort of simulated environment. So we'll just close up the door. We'll get in and see, like, Paul's just taking up over there, and you can sort of see us in the Cutlass down on the side. So Andrew's going to get into the Cutlass here. So if Andrew starts to lift off, you can sort of see it lifting off over there. There's Andrew lifting off on the station. Here we are. And then if Andrew, if you like, just go to the exterior view a bit, so we can see in the front looking in and across. And then if we take a look, if we see Liam comes over here, Glenn gets out and. He's walking in. You can actually see him here on the front over there, you see? Now if we roll the ship, so we're going to roll the ship now. So in the physics it's rolling, you can see it from his point of view. He can move around fine in his environment, look around, go back into the hull. All working, all separating in the physics stuff. We walked in, got into the ship, took off, did separate. People can walk around, goof around while we're flying in space, as we're doing right now, rolling and everything else. Now we're going to go. Let's get back and go to the beacon where the retaliator is. Let's line up with Paul. Yeah, are you pointing the right way? You are, right? Oh, where are you, Paul? Are you behind us over there on the stuff? So this is kind of like, I mean, this is the example of like working together with your friends, going and doing stuff. So we're going to head to this asteroid field around another one of the, there's Paul, another, where's the location? That's Derek, yeah, okay, right. So are you going to get in front of us, Paul, or are we behind you? I guess there you are, you're going to come. There you are. So Paul's, so there's a derelict and asteroid field around that distant moon. So this distant moon, kind of see all the way back here. Distant moon here. Now that's basically 3,000 kilometers away. Now you could fly there. It'll take you about 2 hours to just fly in the large world map. Of course, we have quantum drive, which is sort of the fast travel system, where you spool up to 0.2 of light speed. So, you guys want to jump, and then we'll follow you here in a sec. So I'm just going to go to quantum drive and head off. You head into? Let's go. A little head. So in all this, we're just sort of moving through the full large world. Nothing's been cheated. Everything's there. It's streaming in the zones. Bam. Here we are now in the asteroid field around that distant moon that we could have flown to. It was just taking us 3 hours at normal speeds. Let's find the derelict retaliator. Where are you, Paul? Are you behind us or above us or behind? Some debris, and then the retaliator is a one of the bigger. So it's one of our bigger multi-crew ships. I think it's about 70 meters long, and normally would take a crew of 5 or 6 or so. So let's get close to it, and it's basically it's powered down and abandoned, and we're going to go and get aboard it and fire it up and fly it. So if we look on the back, on the guys here in the back, they're going to get out of their stuff. They're going to open the back. Bam, opens up. Now we're now looking at the. Are we pointing the retaliator? Where is it? Can we see the retaliator? What's that? There's the retaliator. So there's the retaliator. We're going to drop out. So you can see the folks here. Okay, they're going to jump out. We're going to EVA out. Next guy here. We're going to EVA out. Okay, so they're going to EVA over to retaliator. Andrew's going to also EVA out. Get out of the ship. If you take a look over here, Glenn's getting in, so we're all in 0G. So the first thing we've got to do is find the power to turn the gravity back on it, and then that'll bring emergency lights and gravity back on, and then we'll do the power. And Andrew's here just going to EVA into the top hatch here. Okay, so here we are. We're floating in 0G. Glenn, you want to activate the power over there? So he's going to activate the 0G. Not the 0G, the gravity, sorry. We're in 0G. There you go. Now we unfortunately we fell through. So, and then we've got one more power thing we've got to turn on, which is turn the main power on instead of the emergency, and then we've got to get the engineering stuff done. So Ben over here is going to go to the other power area. It turns on. As you can see, so we're inside the Retaliator, which is much bigger. It's its own zone. It has its own physical space. So we'll turn on the full power, which the engine's going. So I guess we'll have to watch. You don't want to fall through the bomb. Was it solid? What's that? You were too close to the floor and it clipped it? Put you through it, right? So now the full power's back on. And over here, Ben's gone to the engineering station to turn the rest of the systems on. So on the multi-crew, we're going to have quite a few different stations. So someone can manage the shields or the power or go fix things, as well as people fly or run the turrets and stuff. So once Ben's finished getting that up and working, now Andrew's going to run to the front of the Retaliator. There's the torpedoes and missiles there. Open. Right now, Glenn's getting into the turret, by the way, while Andrew over here is getting into the front. So he's getting in the turret. Andrew is powering up the system over here. So now we've got the Retaliator back and working. And in the full demo we do, if we go to the outside, you can sort of see that, go around to the front view. And as Andrew can do that, and then also Ben's sort of behind. If we get close to do one more click, because you can get close to just do one more click. Yeah, more camera, and then come around, up. You can sort of see right there's Ben in the back there. He's moving around inside the ship, and he can move around inside the ship, and we can fly around. And so in the actual full demo, a constellation now we'll have we have 10 people that are playing it, so we have 10. And the other one, 4 pirates flying the constellation show up, and then we have they blow the cutlass up, we have a dogfight between our fighters and the constellation. Ultimately we blow the constellation up, and then we take the Retaliator back to the home base. So should we just, since we don't have people running the constellation, so we'll head back to Selin Station. So dumped all the other stuff, streamed in, bam, on the space station. We're out here. So now we'll just we'll land our prize back. Things like the Retaliator handle a little differently, say, than the fighters, because they're a bit bigger and heavier, but that's kind of part of the reason why we have the physics. So we'll bring it in. Well, there you are. So there's Liam there in the Gladius that he's bringing into the land. I guess Paul's coming into This you are landing that? Bringing it down. Okay. I think you can come down stronger if you want because the John has the stuff done. So now we can get out of this. So everyone that's come back, we've now brought the back. Get out. Then head back to fix that seat clipping on that. And Paul's landing there. And meet a bunch of people up here. Go in the elevator. You got someone over there. We can take both of them down, I guess. There you go. See him down. So we brought our, it's all. Now we're back on the station, out of the zone of the ship. Went into it, took it out, did it on the Cutlass. Kind of shows off the, I think it was the last little Easter egg for the very end of the demo.